for one. Yeah, I think that's it for my recs this week.
Awesome.
So we're gonna do we'll do shows this time.
And now, Drop the Mic presents shows, and more shows.
We'll pass the mic down to you, sir.
Pass the mic to me for sure. All right, shows. A couple that caught my attention. At the North Park Observatory, January 18th, KRS-One will be in the His House.
$5, right?
Really? I didn't know. Yeah.
He always does the $5 shows.
The Teacher, huh? $5. Damn, I didn't know that. That's cool.
All right, dude.
Yeah. Also, February 20th, I think I mentioned this last time, Cannibal Corpse and Morbid Angel at the North Park Observatory. Cannibal Corpse
all
is
death metal.
I know.
awesome, dude. I wish I can see them. Maybe I can go.
Recommended to not see.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to go to this. And then House of Blues, January 13th, Young Dolph. I'm going to try to go to that.
Did I recommend you this?
Yeah, I think we did last time. And then March 4th, DJ Quick and Scarface at the House of Blues. And then March 7th, Hatebreed and Bleeding Through.
Where's that at?
House of Blues.
Jesus.
San Diego.
Yeah, downtown,
I
March
think it's gonna be
7th.
packed.
Dude, I'm not a fan of Hatebreed. That's a little bro rock for me, but Bleeding Through is pretty tight.
Dude,
I see
yeah.
you.
Bleeding Through, I've seen them.
And they broke up for a little bit, and now they're back.
Really?
Yeah.
Original.
They went on a hiatus for a while.
Oh, okay.
And then they recently came back. They wrote a new record, and now they're
Yeah.
touring again. Fucking Martha, dude, keyboardist.
Well, to the real hardcore kids out there, Molly Street was the first keyboard girl for them, and I always remember her. But yes, Martha, she came on probably the third album, but dude, after their third or fourth album, I kind of fell off, but they will always be hold a special place in my heart for those first 3 albums, dude. Fucking. Yeah, we should go see them, dude.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Hell yeah.
Try to get Eli to go too, man.
House of Blues is always fun. We saw Ghostface.
Yeah, we saw Ghostface there. I don't ever think I've been to a hardcore metal show at House of Blues. It's always somewhere else.
Yeah, they don't really have those there.
No,
it's kind of weird that they're there.
Yeah, especially because it's. I mean, anybody who's listening to this that's heard Hatebreed at House of Blues. Usually that show is at Soma, main stage.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually seen Hatebreed at Soma main stage one time. It was fucking the caveman battles.
Nobody plays Soma anymore. Dude.
Nah, dude, but Hatebreed and Bleeding Through, March 7th, something that I'd be very, very interested in going to see. So,
Cool.
there you go.
Anything from Onaris?
I think I got one. Jigga's a big fan of this guy. If you guys are familiar with him, his name is Anthony Green. He's playing at
Oh, that was one of mine.
way.
Cool.
He's playing at Soda Bar. I just caught this right now. Looking through the feed, but that's a good one. A lot of people love him. He seems to put on good shows. I haven't seen him, but it seemed like it'd be fun to go to.
Circa jacket, right?
Yeah, I think I saw them at House
Nice.
of Blues too, but I haven't seen him do his solo stuff.
He's fucking good, dude. Phenomenal performer. One of the best frontmen I think we have of this generation, hands down.
Anthony Green of
Circa Survive.
Can I
Survive.
Can
Okay,
I even
for sure.
recommend a show that passed? Tom York passed too, man.
Yeah, fucking Observatory, dude.
Yeah, I
But they
didn't
didn't
see it.
announce it in enough time. He played on the night. What was
And
it?
I heard it was amazing, really good.
Of course, Radiohead.
Really good.
Yeah, and he did the score for the new Suspiria.
I should have hit you up for that, man. We should have just went.
We should've
I
went.
love his solo album, The Eraser.
Yeah.
Front to back.
I heard his new stuff's
Amazing.
really good too. We should just look it up.
Well, I mean, he's fucking Radiohead genius, like you
Yeah.
said, yeah. But his solo shit, I always loved his solo shit.
Check out the new Suspiria soundtrack. He did
Okay.
it all himself.
Nice.
Pretty,
I like our records.
pretty nuts.
For everything today. It's good.
Well, you're part of that,
I
too.
know. It's great.
Feeling the vibe. All right, so you talked about Anthony Green, so I only have one now. Super Unison, a really cool Death Wish band.
Nice. Death Wish Inc.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be playing with Slow Mass at Space Bar, and it's presented by Brick by Brick.
Okay.
Super Unison is great. They're female fronted, super kind of old school, thrashy hardcore.
Okay.
Like I don't know if you guys ever listened to Punch.
No.
They broke up now, but Punch is really good. That was their kind of. This is like the evolution of Punch.
Okay.
Super Unison. So check them out. Spotify, whatever you do to use, stream music. That's Saturday, January 19th, and it's only $10.
The Space Bar is pretty alright place.
Yeah.
And it's all
Small, but it's
all
right.
female or just fronted?
Just fronted.
Fronted.
Yeah.
Like Walls of Jericho
Megan.
style?
Yeah, but it's hard. It's
You ever heard of Undying?
no.
No? Okay. I mean, it's like kind of like Walls of Jericho, but more metal on the metal side than like the hardcore side.
No, the Super Unison's cool because it's like two-steppy, but it's not like
So you can
lame.
dance to
It's
it.
not like crabby, It's like the good two-step.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, yeah. For sure.
$10, can't beat it. And then Anthony Green, January 16th and 17th at Soda Bar, as Anaris said.
Nice.
Check him out. And then that brings us into our movie focus of the week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, so we're talking about The Quick and the Dead. It's rated R. It's got 56 on Rotten. It's from 1995. It's a Western/thriller, and it's 1 hour and 48 minutes. Basically, the synopsis is a female gunslinger seeks out revenge against her father's murderer. She then finds herself caught up in a dueling tournament.
Yes.
Starring Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio, Keith David, Tobin Bell, Lance Henriksen, Gary Sinise, Mark Boone Jr. Directed by Sam Raimi and written by Simon Moore.
Damn. That's a lot.
It's fucking star-studded.
Yep.
Which is interesting because this movie actually didn't do well.
Really?
It had a budget of $32 million and it grossed 18. So it would be considered a flop,
I
right?
think that's from the actors, dude.
So it came out in 95, you said?
Mm-hmm.
What was around that time that was taking the screen probably from them? Was it Tombstone?
Well, yeah. So 94, all of these westerns were filming.
Yeah.
And I think they had trouble. They actually had trouble on set finding enough gear because it was all being used for other stuff.
Really?
Simultaneously, which is interesting, right?
Yeah, that's like a
DiCaprio a little bit. Yeah.
hidden swan fact right
Yeah,
there.
a little bonus for y'all.
Bonus facts.
Bonus fact. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, I did notice that. I really liked the film. I thought it was a cool way of telling a story, almost like if it was like a legend, like the legend of Lady L or something. But,
Lady Ellen, dude.
yeah, I thought it was really, really cool. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was it. I did my little intro.
Your little spiel.
No, I want to hear. Let me hear your thoughts on the. So you guys both hadn't seen it before,
No.
True.
right? So
And we're all familiar with Western.
So what are your thoughts? You guys both liked it?
I liked it, like he said, but I agree. Like, the pacing was awesome from beginning to end, and and the journey for her, and it was so like her redemption was awesome, like to achieve
Yes.
what she did, and freaking it's like. It's good for like this because it's a woman's western. I believe like it empowers.
Yeah,
them.
it was very
And
progressive.
95, maybe that's why it didn't do so good at that time. I'm not sure.
You know what? Now that I think of it, a woman's revenge western in '95 probably wasn't on the top of the list to go
You know?
see. You know,
But Sharon Stone at that time was.
yeah,
She
but-
was that was like prime Sharon Stone.
But check this out. That was prime Sharon Stone. But nobody wanted to see Sharon Stone in full on leather gear with
Badass
the leather
mode.
chaps.
Shot at.
Yeah, and being the badass that she was in that film, I felt like I really liked the way that movie was filmed for many reasons. The whole Sam Raimi thing. There's different points of the film where it's filmed just like Evil Dead.
With the wacky cinematography.
Exactly.
And stuff.
The whole there's a part where the dude gets shot through his head and you see it from the back of his head. There's a part where there's a glass being tossed and it hits and the dude catches it, but it's like the camera is attached to the actual glass and it's being flung across the room and you can see it. It's almost like
kind of like the flowing through the fucking swamp or whatever.
Exactly.
Right? That kind of wild shot.
I really like those type of shots.
The another one is the classic, like with the zoom on the
The
eyes.
headshot, yeah. I saw all those points, and once you've seen all of the Evil Dead cinematography, you get to see it come out in this movie, and you get to see those different points, and you notice it because it's
The way he like focuses things, like
Correct,
it makes
yeah.
it clear for you in the movie too. Like he does really good things like that.
But I think that's what it was. It was almost like a hit or miss for that because you're taking all these huge names at the time, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, somebody that wasn't really well known, but Russell Crowe. I guess you were trying to introduce them, but and you do it to the way Sam Raimi films. I feel like it was going to be a hit or miss, and it was going to be a cult following for people who love his films and love the way he films. But to somebody new, you're trying to grab somebody from the audience that's new to this type. They might not get it, or they might get it and it might not be for them. They expect those characters to be different. They see them different. So maybe that's why it was a miss, when it was first brought out. But I think for me seeing it for the first time, I think it's fucking sick, dude. I liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it was really awesome.
Well, I remember my grandparents showed me. I watched this with them when it first came out. I must have, I was a little kid, but I remember enjoying it, and that they were like super into it too, because they're big. My grandparents are big Western fans, and watching this, it is different aesthetically, but I think there's a lot of it still grounded in what makes a Western good and authentic, with the weapons and the how do you say, the gunfights are very realistic, and I feel like the showdowns are, although they're very heightened. In a kind of, at times, a cartoony way.
Real video game like-ish, because they have like you said, not to take anything away from your saying, but the whole intro of each character, and it goes from one character
that's what I like.
to the other character. It's almost like when you watch Scott Pilgrim, and it's like
A graphic novel, like a motion graphic novel.
Yeah.
And they either do something crazy or something to introduce themselves.
Like you're watching these storyboards kind of come alive with the narrative, the way that the story is spun.
Exactly. The way the camera zooms in on their face, and then it zooms back to the person they're going to be showdowning against, and then it goes back to them, and they give a little
Until they draw.
quirky. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of very much cartoony, but at the same time graphic novel, real comical, but serious because it's a fucking gunfight.
it's a duel.
Yeah,
It would definitely be like an adult cartoon,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Because it doesn't shy away from the violence. It's very violent.
It has funny moments.
Very visceral too, and then with it's got its dark humor throughout it. Gene Hackman is a fucking so good. He's such a good villain.
he's a good villain.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. That's why.
If Gene Hackman didn't sell you the movie would have been trash. But because he lasts the entire movie, and he just gets kind of worse and worse and worse. As the film goes on, he makes you hate him.
He does.
And if you can do